much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I will be your yoga teacher for today. This yoga flow is going to be all about making us feel good. So we're going to start an extended child's pose. So go ahead and get on your mat and meet me there. Take your knees out to the outside edges of the mat. Bring those toes to touch and send those hips back. And gently walk those hands forward, coming down to the mat slowly. And put those forearms down and slowly bring the forehead down to the mat. Begin to notice your breath here. Dropping in, seeing where you are today. Go ahead and start to control those thoughts in the mind by bringing your awareness to your breath. And breathing in through the nose and filling up the chest fully, filling up the belly fully, and letting it all go through the nose. Go ahead and take a couple of these nice, conscious, deep breaths to try to get your mind off of whatever it may be stuck on. Thoughts are gonna come. Just don't invite them in for tea. Notice the thoughts and let them go. Don't carry on conversation with them. Don't get lost with them. Just consciously see them come and consciously watch them go. We are in 100% control of us. Our thoughts and our reactions. It's about the only thing in this entire world that we control. Self-mastery includes controlling the thoughts. One of my favorite ways to control my thoughts is by my breath. I focus on my breathing instead of whatever chaos is trying to bubble up inside of my head. Our breath gives us life. We should be eternally grateful for the ability to breathe. So when things get ugly around you, why not come to the sweetest part of your life? Your breath. Go ahead and walk the hands over towards the left. Start warming up our spine here. Right side body stretch. Continuing with the nice, deep, conscious inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, go ahead and start walking those hands all the way over towards the right, getting a left side body stretch on here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and come up and walk back to center. Slowly begin to peel yourself up into all fours. Go ahead and take those knees about hip width apart. So now our hips are over our knees and our shoulders are over our wrists. We have a nice neutral tilt in the pelvis here. We are pushing through the shoulders, and this should create a nice long spine. Your gaze is in between your hands. We're going to take barrel rolls here, finding what feels good to make us feel good. And barrel rolls can be playful, and being childlike should make everyone feel better. So to do the barrel rolls, if you've never done them with me before, we're going to drop our chest down to the left, roll over to the right. This is our cow position. Our chest is lifted, our belly is up towards the sky. We are down though. We're going to push over towards the right and round through the spine for cat. All the way over to the left in the rounded spine. Now we're going to drop down to the left, roll through the barrel over to the right, and round through the top of that barrel, all the way over to the left. So we're going to let you do some of these by yourself. So right now we're going towards the left and up the right. So go ahead and take you 3 this way. Go ahead and smile. This should be fun. This should be playful. You should be imagining yourself inside of a huge oak barrel, and you are just trying to rub every edge of that big barrel. You can imagine that it has honey or something sweet all over it. Now let's try to reverse our barrel rolls. So this time we'll drop down to the right, roll over to the left, and push up through cat, and roll over to the right. Go ahead and do 3 of these by yourself. Finding the playfulness, finding your ease on this mat. We take things we learn on the mat and we use them off of the mat. And that's what makes yoga so powerful, is the lessons that we try to learn here. We can really try to exercise them off of the rectangle. Beautiful. Come on back to the neutral all fours position. We're going to thread our needle here. Get a little shoulder stretch on. So go ahead and take the right hand and sweep it up towards the sky. Your gaze can follow. Maybe wiggle them fingers. And we're going to thread the needle. So thread through this left arm. Drop that right shoulder down. Right ear comes to the mat. Left hand can be either up towards the ceiling. It can be straight out in front of you. Or if this is intense, just use your hand to help you not collapse onto the right shoulder. If you're into binding, I would invite you to take the bind. Try to take that left hand around that right thigh. And breathing here. Bringing that focus back to your nice, conscious, deep breathing. And If you're bound up, go ahead and release that bond. And allow that left hand to push you back up. The right hand goes back up towards the sky. And release it down. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So the left hand sweeps up towards the sky. Wiggle those fingers and thread it through the right. Same things on this side. If you want to leave your hand here on the mat, that is fine. If you want to take it up towards the sky and feel that, or maybe just out in front of you. And of course, if you took the bond on the other side, see if you can take the right hand to the left thigh and help open that chest up some. Very nice. Go ahead and release that bond and plant that right hand down and send that left arm up towards the sky and release it. Very nice. And walk those hands forward just a little bit. Tuck those toes and send the sits bones up towards the sky. Coming into our first downward facing dog. I want you to find what feels good to you here. I love coming into my first down dog and just staying on my tippy toes. I like to feel it through the shoulder stretch more than my hamstrings. If you want to feel the hamstrings, go ahead and walk your dog out. You can take some twist here if you're into that sort of thing. But just come into your first down dog of the day and see how you feel. How does your dog feel today? How do you feel inside of that body today? Is it calling for movement? Or is it asking you to be still? You're going to hop, step, jump, however you want, to the top of the mat. And when you get there, just hang in ragdoll. I want you to find what feels good here too. If you want to sway and interlace both opposite elbows, do that. If you want to find stillness, do that. You could even do some spinal undulation between half lift and forward fold if you're wanting more movement. Finding what feels good, listening to our bodies. Yes, that's what we're here for. On your next inhale, allow it to halfway lift you. Nice long spine. Weight is in the toes, not in the heels. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Arms all the way up overhead. And exhale down through heart center. Now it's a beautiful mountain pose here. Feet are about hip width apart. Neutral tilt in that pelvis. Palms of the hands are facing the front of the mat. Shoulders are trying to touch each other. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Nice. Beautiful mountain you are. Go ahead and put that grin on the face. We are happy yogis in our most beautiful standing tall posture here. And you want, go ahead and squeeze those glutes. Look up, slight back bend. And exhale, fold all the way down. Plant the hands, step back the right foot, followed by the left. Here we are in our plank. Lower down the knees, the chest and the chin. Come through to cobra. And push back and meet me in a downward facing dog. If you did not walk your dog out the first time, go ahead and walk it here. Get a nice little stretch through them hamstrings. Beautiful. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep that right leg up towards the sky. 3-leg dog, square hips. And exhale, bring it through the hands. Stay up on that back knee and keep your hands down for our runner's lunge here. Just rock back and forth and feel that stretch all down that left side. Should feel that in your left psoas muscle. Keeping the glutes engaged, leg is engaged. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop that left knee and rise up. Crescent lunge. Breathe. Smiling. You're happy here. On your next exhale, go ahead and press back into our half splits here. Right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. You have a nice long spine. We're breathing love into the tight spaces in our body. We do have a slight bend in that right knee to protect all those joints and tendons in there. Beautiful. Roll back through. Plant the left hand, tuck the left feet, and send the right arm up. A little extended. And this is actually like a revolved side angle. Can you cactus that right arm? What does that feel like to you? Does that feel good? Or does it feel better to have it up towards the sky? Cactus. Straight. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant that hand and step back into our down dog. Roll forward into our plank. Hold here for just a second. Now lower down chaturanga. Push up into our upward facing dog. And meet me back in our downward facing dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep that left leg up, square hips. And roll it forward, place it in between the hands. Same thing as the other side. We're going to keep the back knee lifted and our hands down, feeling that stretch all through that right psoas, on that left hip. And when you're ready, go ahead and lower that right knee down. And we're going to inhale, rise up into our crescent lunge here. Smiling. Happy yogis to be on our mat, making our bodies happy. Exactly where we should be. On your next exhale, let it push you back to our half splits. Left leg has a slight bend in it. Left toes are pointed up towards the sky. We have a straight spine and we are squaring our hips off. We're not letting us dump into the right or the left. When the hips are square, it is going to create a deeper stretch, which is exactly what we want. We want the stretch to be right. Go ahead and roll forward. We're going to plant that right hand down. We're going to tuck those right feet, and I'm going to send that left hand up towards the sky. Nice. Same thing on this side. Let's feel the cactus, that arm a little bit open. Open that chest up a little bit here. Straight arm or cactus it, which feels better? Nice. Good. Plant that hand. Step that foot back into our down dog. And we're going to roll forward into plank. We're going to lower down into chaturanga. We're going to push up into our upward facing dog. And we will meet back in a downward facing dog. Whew, nice. Yoga to feel good. And I am feeling fine. Go and sweep that right leg up towards the sky. And go ahead and open the hips this time. Squaring those shoulders off. You don't want to collapse in the right nor the left. And go ahead and bring that knee to nose. Step it in between the hands. Pivot that left foot. And go ahead and let your inhale rise you up into our warrior two. Beautiful. Arms are parallel, gaze is towards the right hand. Our feet are pulling towards each other. Our glutes are engaged, our thighs are engaged. And we can see our right big toe. Our right ankle, our right knee is not splaying over the right ankle. Go flip the right hand and bring it up and drop the left hand down for our exalted warrior. Chest is lifted towards the sky. We are not dropping into our left hand. We are engaged here. Our core is engaged, our glutes are engaged, our thighs are engaged. This is an active position. Beautiful. Go ahead and windmill those arms over. Plant the right hand beside the right foot and sweep the left arm up. Now we are in our extended side angle. Breathe. Nice. Okay, go ahead and bring those hands around to frame that right foot. Pivot the left foot and hop it in a little bit. We got our Trikonasana here, triangle pose. So if this feels good to you, I want you to stay here. If it feels accessible, go ahead and plant that left hand. It may be nice to have a block here to prop yourself up a little bit. And we're going to do our revolved triangle. So if you need the block, please be my guest. It's got all sorts of sides here, so no matter where you are, the block can meet you there. Very nice. Okay. Go ahead and frame that foot and step it back. Downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and roll forward into our plank. Lower down chaturanga. Push up. Upward facing dog. Whoo! And meet me back in a downward facing dog. Very nice. Go and sweep that left leg up. And open those hips up. Squaring off through the shoulders. No collapsing there. and knee to nose. And place it in between the hands. Pivot that right foot and rise up into our warrior two. Same things on this side, parallel arms to the ground. Our glutes are engaged. Our core is engaged. Our feet are pulling in towards each other, igniting our thighs. Our right knee is not splaying over our right ankle. And we're smiling. We are beautiful warriors that smile. And flip that left hand, drop the right hand down, and up it goes for our exalted warrior. Very active here. We are engaged. We're not dumping. We're not collapsing. We can move the right hand and we're not going anywhere. Beautiful. Go ahead and come down for our extended side angle on this side. So our left hand is in between the left foot. Right arm is up towards the sky. I know I've offered this before. I should have offered it on the other side, but if you can't go all the way to the ground, being on the elbow here is great. Should have offered that on the other side. My apologies. If you've floated with me before, you know that's an offering though. Nice. So go ahead and frame that foot, that left foot, and bring that right foot in a little bit. Coming into triangle pose. I'm going to inhale and then we're going to exhale to fold. We got that slight bend. And if you did the revolved side angle, I challenge you to do it again. If you use the block, please use the block. But our right hand plants down and our left hand sweeps up towards the sky. This is going to pull at the outer IT bands. Breathing. I promise this is the most challenging position we do today. But stretching those outer IT bands are going to make you feel so good. Go ahead and frame that foot and step it back into our downward facing dog. Go ahead and roll forward. Lower down chaturanga. Push up, upward facing dog, and meet me back in a downward facing dog. You can take child's pose here. If that feels good for you, please go ahead and do that. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here in down dog or child's pose, whichever one you're at. Roll forward and drop those knees down. If you're in child's pose, go ahead and sit up. And we're going to come on down to our backs. Okay, so first things is leg lifts. So go ahead and tuck your hands under your booty. We're going to do 10 of them. So go ahead and send your feet up towards the ceiling. You can have pointed toes here or flexed. It doesn't matter. I like pointed here to do my leg lifts. We're going to do both legs at one time, 10 times, slowly. See if you can go with my counts and lower. For 1, lower, 2, lower, 3, lower, 4, lower, 5, lower, 6, lower, 7, ahead and put the feet down, knees up. We're gonna do some obliques here. So what we're gonna do is toe taps. We're gonna sit up like this, and we're going to try and tap our toes. Okay, we're gonna do 20 of them, so that'll be 10 on each oblique. Okay, so go ahead, inhale, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. And go ahead and send those legs up. And we're going to come into happy baby. So we're either pulling at the back of the thighs, back of the calves, pulling at the ankles, or grabbing the outer edges of the feet. Either way, you want to feel your sits bones and both of your shoulders on the mat. You're pulling your knees towards your armpits, general direction that they are going. Go ahead and pop that smile on your face. You are happy and you feel good. Let's go ahead and say that while we are in happy baby. I feel good. Let's say it again. I feel good. Now this time let's say it 2 times. We're going to say I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Say it again. I feel amazing. Yes, we do feel amazing. Hi, Alice. Miss Alice likes it when we are happy children. Alice doesn't like kids at all, actually. She loves yoga. Very nice. We are coming in for Shavasana now. If you have a bolster or blocks, I invite you to take a heart opener here. I'm going to do it with the blocks just to show you. You need 2 of them. The one on your back is going to rest right under your shoulder blades. And then the one back here is going to be for your head. And arms splay out towards the sides. And here we are in our final position. We worked so hard. And this is when we let our practice soak in. All the hard work, and we get to feel the vibrations as we lay here and get all zoomed out. I challenge you to stay here as long as you can. I hope that this flow has made you feel good. I I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you back on the mat tomorrow. Namaste.